Um, did you realize yesterday an incident that occurred? A woman, member of DPA, reported that she was stopped by the police and suspected of kidnapping her own child, a 6-month-old child. That was something we reported yesterday on DPA. Did you notice that?
Very well, sir. Very
Are you bothered about this sort of problem?
It's quite worrisome how the police has left the work they are supposed to do and are doing something else. If you see a mother with her child, you will actually realize, you will know.
It is almost obvious to say,
yeah. Them, you will know. So it bothers, it worries that they will cook. I think it's actually a tip-off. Sometimes I read similar stories sometime last year when a couple were apprehended by the police, and it was all geared towards extortion. Millions were taken from them.
Interesting. And Precious, you feel the same way, don't you?
Exactly. When I read about the posts, I was really surprised. How can a policeman stop a woman and start harassing her about the child she's carrying and accusing her of stealing the child? So I don't really understand.
Thank you. I share your feeling. Ladies and gentlemen of DPA, this is Emeka Wonye, and with me this morning is Emelda Nwolisa, one of our lawyers, and Precious Isioma Isiani, one of our staff. We're going to discuss this morning concerning the problem that came up yesterday. A mother of a 7-month-old child traveled to Imo State from Anambra State. On her way back to Onitsha, she was stopped at the park, the motor park, by the police, as she was suspected of being a kidnapper because she had a young child. And the lady contacted us, and we tried to intervene. Unfortunately, there wasn't much we could do because the police were hell-bent on taking this woman to their station. They interrogated her, and it was quite a worrisome problem because we can see beyond the incident that occurred yesterday. That henceforth, it seems that our policemen are going to start treating babies the way they have been treating cars. If they see you with a child, they will demand for documentation or proof of ownership, even when there is no indication that there's anything wrong done. So it creates for us a serious dilemma because on the one hand, we recognize the growing spate of crime, especially in the eastern part of Nigeria, well, all over Nigeria, but let's talk about Imo State, where this incident occurred yesterday. There has been a rise in criminality in Imo State for some time. And we have read cases of children being abducted, being kidnapped by ritualists, by people with all other motives. So we expect the police to be alert to these problems and to do more to save the children and stop this particular pattern of criminality. However, we are shocked the extent to which the police are taking it. In other words, are the police doing it the right way? Is this the way it should be done? That is the concern of most people who read this story yesterday. As Imelda just said, you can almost tell if a person is the mother of the child she's carrying. It wouldn't take you a long time to tell that. It wouldn't cost you to take the woman off a vehicle, drag her to a station, waste hours, and in the end, find nothing. So it is very troubling. The question is, are the police doing their work? Or are the police exploiting the situation? If they're doing their work, we support them. We want the police to protect us and protect the children and stop these crimes. But, as we have known from previous practices, police officers will stop someone with a car. There's no doubt that he's the owner of the car. There is no indication that such car is missing. The police could have taken information and tracked the situation, but the police will hang on to the fact that one particular document in the car is missing and now suggest that the car could have been stolen and drag a situation, ultimately leading to extortion. So we now hear about cases where the police can stop any murder at any time and bring up the suspicion of kidnapping and abduction, and before you know it, mothers now pay money to the police in order for them to be allowed to go with their babies. This must be very traumatizing for a mother, and very troubling for a child that is involved in this, as we saw with what happened yesterday to Miss Olikeze. Her case was Julian Olikeze. Her case was important because she has been a member of the DPA. We knew about her case when she gave birth to her child. We DPA members celebrated the baby, supported the mother, and only for her to go through this sort of experience. So it's something troubling, and we are advising our members all over the country to be aware of this sort of problem. If you are traveling, it shouldn't have been, but certainly you will now have to carry your child's birth certificate, or at least a photocopy of it, and your own ID card, because a child is now a suspicious commodity to carry as an adult. So this is a problem. So we are dealing with this, and thank you, Imelda, for giving us your opinion, and also thank you, Isioma, for participating in this discussion. Our members are interested. They want to know that we are worried about these things.
Yes.
That they want to know what we do in the office, and that on the one hand we fight and address these problems, but on the other hand we discuss these problems generally, so that those who missed out or who could not read it when we reported it will get to hear about it. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having